less reason. Nobody feel left out, is the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah. Love, respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes to WUB. And all the things that will feel happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving. Na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WUB. Get up, make every day count. Don't waste it, people. Do your part, play a role, get where you need to. You can tune in for work or in your vehicle. If you got a problem, pick up the phone. Why wait till the time calling is the show it no matter even if you're at home. Just call in. WUB. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving. Na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WUB. Be yourself, see yourself, this is just show my people. Believe our hopes so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, is the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah. Love, respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes, WUB. And all the things that will feel happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better, we got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving. Na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WUB. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving. Na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WUB. Be yourself, see yourself, this is the show my people. Believe our hopes so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, is the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah. Love, respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes, WUB. And all the things that will feel happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better, we got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving. Na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WUB. Get up, make every day count. Don't waste it, people. Do your part, play a role, get where you need to. You can tune in for work or in your vehicle. If you got a problem, pick up the phone. Why wait till the time comes?
Morning and welcome to Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes Talk Show from 3304 Amandala Drive behind the zinc fence. XTV production simulcasting on Creme Radio. I'm Sister YaYa Marin Coleman sitting in for Brother Most High this morning. And it's Wednesday, June 24th, 2026. We time community conversations until 9 o'clock this morning. So thanks for the way. And you could also go to XTV Belize Facebook, XTV Belize YouTube, and join with us and share the link and make everybody know that WB time, people time. The usual lineup, the National Meteorological Service of Belize is bringing us the weather forecast for today, and the weather forecaster is Catherine Cumberbatch. Immediately after that, the first news brief for the morning brought to us by XTV news staff under the leadership of Maricela Maya. So, make us see how hot and hot if we want rain more. What kind of day we have to the country today?
Good morning, Belize. A moderate to fresh and relatively moist easterly airflow prevails. The 24-hour forecast for Belize and her coastal waters calls for sunny skies today with cloudy intervals, and high temperatures today are expected to reach 88 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, to 93 inland, and 82 over the mountains. Tonight, the skies will be partly cloudy, becoming cloudy at times, with low temperatures of 82 along coastal areas, 74 inland, and 68 in the higher elevation. Shower activity will be generally isolated except for the south, where a few more can be expected at night and early morning. The wind will blow from the east at 10 to 20 knots, and the sea state will be moderate. A high tide is occurring, and this will follow by a low at 1:07 p.m. Another high will occur at 7:15 tonight and a low at 11:56 p.m. The sun rose at 5:19 and will set at 6:30. The moon comes up at 16 minutes past 2 this afternoon and set at 1:46 tomorrow morning. The outlook for Thursday and Thursday night is for partly cloudy skies, and showers and thunderstorms will be isolated during the day, then increasing over the south at night. In the sargassum forecast, there is a medium chance of more sargassum mats affecting coastal destinations during the next few days, producing moderate impacts. And in the tropical weather outlook, no tropical cyclone formation is expected near or over Belize and her coastal waters during the next 48 hours. And with that, we conclude your morning forecast that was prepared here at the National Meteorological Service.
The first private radio in Belize since 1989. Creme FM presents the news. Informative, accurate, current information, local, regional, and international news, weather and sports. And now, the news.
Secretary Joseph Waite has added new weight to the growing concerns surrounding the Mira payment scandal, saying the government's payment system was never designed to function in the way it was used to process transactions for the siblings of suspended police minister Oscar Mira. The scandal erupted after leaked smart stream records showed scores of fragmented payments, many just under the $10,000 threshold, issued to companies linked to the Mira family. Those revelations triggered public outcry, and the Prime Minister has ordered an audit that should be completed within 3 months. In the meantime, Mira is out of cabinet, with Minister Julius Esbat acting in the post. Speaking to reporters yesterday, Waite said the pattern of payments suggests a clear breakdown in internal controls and possibly deliberate efforts to bypass approval safeguards.
Clearly, there's a breakdown in the system. It wasn't intended to work this way. It takes, in our system, there are levels of approvals, depending on the amount of money. There's a first approval, second approval in any payment that goes through. Depending on the level, if it exceeds a certain ceiling, it goes to a third approval at the Treasury. It appears from what we see that there was a deliberate effort to fragment payments, break them down to below. But I'll wait to see what the audit reveals. But sure enough, certainly it doesn't look good. And in my view, I think what happened is that either somebody dropped a ball, fell asleep, or worse, that they moved together on it. Now, whether that can be put to the feet of Minister Mira, I can't say. I do know that when it comes to food supplies, there are regular deliveries, and then there should be regular payments. And I'm told that in some cases they would batch the payments together and process them in one day for their convenience. That is the convenience of the accounting staff, the convenience sometimes the supplier would wait till the end of the month and drop a bunch of payments and then they go through. But I don't think that's the whole explanation. That could be a contributing factor. I don't know. The audit will tell. But certainly the system wasn't designed to produce what we are seeing.
The FinSec summarized the payment process and clarified that a minister, even a junior minister, is not involved.
We work to issue a purchase order for a small amount. Invoice comes in from the supplier. Imagine you're buying something small, or even smaller. Okay, something under $10,000. You issue a purchase order. comes back with the receipt. Comes back with not the receipt, the invoice. Yeah. Somebody signs that its items have been received in good condition, and then the payment starts. The payment starts. Somebody raises the invoice in the system. Usually a junior clerk. The senior clerk signs that. Senior clerk or the FO then looks at it again, makes sure it's all right. Check to see that all the paperwork is in order. The purchase order was there. The invoice is correct. The goods were received in good condition, and then you sign off. Payment goes through. If it's below $10,000. If it's above $10,000, those two steps are still taken, but then a third step is somebody at Treasury monitors it and sends it through again.
When does it get to the CEO or the Minister of State or the substantive minister? Do they have any part to play in that process?
Payments, no. I mean, that is often if it comes to the procurement, if you're sending out a tender, to say supply rations or something, then the tender has to be organized in a certain way. Vegetables in one batch, maybe poultry meats and so fresh, dry goods. You send out the bids. You have a committee to look and to see what. And the problem is too that there's a lot of variation in the quality of what you're getting. So you have to be careful. It's not always the lowest price, no. But then a committee looks at it, makes a recommendation. The recommendation comes to the Ministry of Finance. We look at it again. We sign then it goes to the Contractor General before the contract is issued to make sure all the steps were in place. And depending on the type of tendering arrangement, all was in order. So at that stage, the CEO would be involved. Yeah. Very rarely does a minister get involved. It's not his function, or even a junior minister, to look at the tendering process.
Waite was also asked about the processing of payments in batches.
When I say batch, it's possible that, and I've seen it happen, that, okay, today we'll work on paying supplier X, so bring all the invoices and pay them. That goes through, that looks like a batch, but each is individually checked and paid. Similarly, you could have a supplier that says, guess what, I'm supplying things, next time I circle them up and I will pack up my invoices and bring them. That's a possibility too. But I don't think accounts for the level of what we're seeing here.
I mean, but that would take a great deal of time. I would imagine an FO would take a lot. It would take a lot of an FO's day to sign off on so many invoices.
That's the job. I mean, that is, you have clerks preparing invoices and then somebody checking them. You look at them, and you could do, I don't know, you could do one a minute.
Do you believe that these should have been flagged though?
If you see a whole lot of payments going through, it should have raised an alarm. It should have raised an eyebrow. Yeah, I think so. You could make part payments. I'm not saying that this is always the case, but imagine you have a big invoice, so you don't have money in your account to cover it all. You can pay in installment. You could pay in parts. You could say, all right, $100. I'll pay 40 now, balance remaining 60, next 30, and that's possible. I mean, but it still has to meet all the criteria. But you can split a payment into pieces. Because imagine you get your money every month. Coming toward the end of the month, you're dry. You're waiting for next month's allocation. You only could pay a little bit. But
that's not what happened in this case. Because in this case, those payments were made on that very same day where all those invoices under $10,000.
So what I was saying, that's another way, another possible explanation, but not in this case. This case looks cute to me. It looks as if there was some willful intention there to dodge on them. It looks to me. I'll wait to see what the audit says, but on the surface it doesn't look correct.
There's also the use of a ghost dot, a manipulation in which an additional character is appended to an invoice number to bypass duplicate entry safeguards and trigger a second payment for the same invoice.
It looks questionable. First time I saw that, but in any computer thing, they read the fields, and the number of digits, and so if you put another digit, it's a new number, whether it's a comma, dot, or a number itself, But it took a certain amount of creativity.
I would imagine. Yeah. So when you look at something like that, how do you investigate it?
Well, the problem is you wouldn't normally see it if the ministry would see it, But the thing is, what we need to do now is, after all of this is done, we bring everybody together, we go through it's almost like a refresher course as what to do and what not to do, and also to get more oversight. In the old days, you used to have spot checks, and the Treasury used to send out to a sub-treasury to take a surprise surveys, and we need to do those again.
Do financial officers fall under you as a financial secretary?
That's a good question. They report to the accounting officer, who is the CEO. Accounting officer reports to us when it comes to finance.
In the case of this financial officer in the Ministry of Defense during these payments, what has become of that financial officer?
Well, we'll wait to see what the audit report, to see if there's anything that is highly irregular, where they broke in, and then we take it from there. No? In the meantime, I understand he was on leave. I'm not sure.
On a related note, the UDP's Belize Rural Central Standard Bearer, Edward Broster, yesterday formally filed a complaint at the Integrity Commission against Minister Oscar Mira under the Prevention of Corruption Act. At the conclusion of Tuesday's cabinet meeting, Prime Minister John Briceño spoke of the developments that led to Minister Oscar Mira being removed from cabinet for 3 months while an audit is conducted on payments for tenders to his siblings. The PM was asked about the atmosphere in cabinet and if everyone was on the same page on the issues.
But there was no such thing as argument in cabinet of 8. I mean, we were saddened by what has happened, but our work comes first. We have to look after the interests of the government and the people of Belize. That's what we were elected for.
PM, you are now in the
do you have of
spotlight.
Julius Espat in the Ministry of Home Affairs?
Sorry?
What expectations do you have of Julius Espat in the ministry?
Well, I expect him to continue the work that Minister Mira started. I think Minister Mira was doing a very good job as the minister responsible for Home Affairs.
PM, you or your office are now in the spotlight because the invoices reflect payments from your office to MP farms. Over 130,000 payments, at least 11 receipts, $1,000 in payments, over 11 invoices. How do you explain that?
What is there to explain? I think you're grasping at straws. I have no idea. The people at finance or the people in my office, they're the ones that do that. I don't think there was anything illegal that was done there, and we follow the process.
How soon can we expect Recon Dev's board to be changed?
Sorry?
How soon can we expect Recon Dev's board to be changed?
In the next few days, certainly by early next week, I'll be able to expect to put a new board.
What does it mean to you that when the dealings with your ministry, all 10 payments were above $10,000. However, with the Ministry of Defense, we saw over 1,000 payments below $10,000.
1,000 payments?
1,000 transactions.
1,000 transactions. Well, certainly we do our best to follow the process, and in this instance, when we saw these continuous the payments under 10,000, obviously it raises questions and it raises an alarm, and that is why I called the financial secretary to send the auditor general to take a look at what's going on.
The PM also said he considers Mira to still remain politically viable in Belmopan.
I have every confidence that he has been a good EU representative, and he has been a good minister. He's been a competent minister. So I do believe that politically that he will still be able to continue to connect with the people of Belmopan.
The UDP wanted more strict measures against Mira. They said the 3 months step aside isn't enough.
I don't think the UDP have any moral authority to speak when it comes to those issues, because if you were to remember, the then Prime Minister would defend until he absolutely can't do anything better. In our case, we take actions immediately, and we need to be able to get to the bottom of this.
Will those findings be made public? Can you commit to making those findings public?
Well, obviously the report will have to be able to. I think we'll be able to make it public. So that's as far as I'll be able to commit.
UCB is asking for all ministers to be. UCB is asking for all ministers to be investigated. Will you do that?
But listen, we have a work. We have a lot of work to do in this government. When you look at the tremendous amount of work that we have done, just right now we just approved a trade agreement with El Salvador, something that the UDP government could have never done, giving open opportunities for Belizean farmers, especially our farmers and producers. We have a lot of work. We're taking over the presidency of SICA, while we just agreed with the compact. The MCC compact, $125 million, things that the UDP could ever think about. And the NTUCB is supposed to be our partners and not be able to just say, got you. Let's work together, man. At the end of the day, we have to move this country forward. And that is what we have been doing over the course of the year from every metric. I think if not this week, probably next week, we're going to make an announcement. The economy in the last quarter grew over 5%. Unemployment still continues to be under 2%. So there's a lot of good for us to look at as opposed to be just looking at the negative. And yes, we are not perfect. Yes, we're going to make mistakes, but what is important is that we take corrective measures. Okay, thank you.
Minister Julius Espat will be holding over as interim Minister of Police. He spoke about the new role and he described the Home Affairs Ministry as one of the most difficult.
It's one of the most difficult ministries to be able to administer. So it's most people don't think it's a favor. I see it as a responsibility, and so it starts today. I have been given my formal request to do what is necessary, and so I will start looking at everything. I've already had brief communication with the commissioner and the CEO. We will meet formally tomorrow and Thursday, and then from there we start the work.
Is it a portfolio you can juggle? You already have a huge portfolio with infrastructure development and housing. Is it too much for you?
We'll find out. Infrastructure is already in place. We have capable people there. The day-to-day administration is done by the CEO and the chief engineer, and we have 300 people employed. So the Ministry of Infrastructure, we have the policy has already been set, budget has already been established for the year. So I'm not uncomfortable with that. This new one is a lot more work, and I don't know what it entails yet until I sit with everybody. I've also asked the Attorney General to give me a breakdown as to the responsibilities of everybody that plays a role in the Ministry of Home Affairs. Meaning, what's the role of the CEO, what's the role of the Commissioner, what's the role of the Minister, and from there down. I believe in being informed before I make any decision, so you don't overstep.
Should the government's smart stream system be made public? The Financial Secretary Joseph Waite was pointedly asked that question yesterday. He acknowledged the growing calls for transparency but cautioned that any move to open the system would require careful consideration of privacy concerns.
How can we get to a place where the smart stream system becomes publicly accessible? It's taxpayers' money at the end of the day.
Yes, and there should be maybe a little higher level of disclosure. But remember, at the same time, you're dealing with other people's the two parties of a transaction, then they have some privacy as well. If you make a payment, for instance, you pay me my salary, that's taxpayers' money. But I think I have a right to confidentiality for my salary. Similarly, if you have a supplier, he has some right to confidentiality. Not completely, but some. No? So there are two sides to the story.
Okay. But I mean, if it wasn't for this leaked information, how would we have known? Is it that FENSEC, you're sleeping at the wheel, your AOs are sleeping at the wheel, and your FOs are sleeping at the wheel, if not culpable, because nobody caught it until it was leaked?
Well, the problem is it depends on where in the process you are. Nobody has said that there is fraud, yet. I mean, we have to see what the audit report comes up with, but it looks suspicious.
Now, in terms of so you're saying with the smart stream that there are certain privacy elements to it that we're saying.
Any payment, there's a counterpart to it. I mean, that is the receiver also has some rights to privacy. Salaries, for instance. Would you want your salary, if you're a public officer, would you want your salary all over the place?
But salaries are different than contracts, though.
Yeah?
Salaries are different than contracts.
No, it's a contract. It's a contract for services.
Yeah. But the argument is that once you enter into an agreement with the government, you immediately make yourself exposed in terms of the public.
You may be to a higher level of scrutiny, perhaps. You may be subject to, and the public has a right to know, but I don't think the public has a right to dump all the records, because there's some privacy elements involved.
The Elections and Boundaries Commission has declined to release documents related to the ongoing redistricting exercise, telling social activist and public interest litigant Jeremy Enriquez that it is not clear the Freedom of Information Act FOIA applies to the commission. In a letter dated June 22, the EBC acknowledged Enriquez's FOIA request seeking records on the status, methodology, timelines, expenditures, and consultations surrounding the long-delayed redivision of electoral boundaries. But instead of granting or refusing access to specific documents, the Commission raised a series of objections and deferred any disclosure until a court determines whether it is legally bound to respond. The Commission argued that the volume of material requested exceeds what the FOIA contemplates and suggested that releasing the records could undermine its constitutional independence under Section 88. It also pointed to ongoing litigation cases in which Enriquez is a party. As a reason, some documents may be exempt. The Commission Chairman, Oscar Sabida, stated that requested documents may affect pending legal proceedings. At the same time, the Commission acknowledged the public's concern over redistricting and noted that the last redivision report, completed in 2023, was laid before the National Assembly. However, it reminded that the recommendations were not made laws due to concerns about unacceptable deviation thresholds. Sabida informed Enriquez that a new exercise is now underway. The government has publicly committed to complete the process by the end of 2026. Notably, Sabida also highlighted that the Commission is not a ministry and is not included in the FOIA's definition of a prescribed authority to which requests may be directed. As such, the Commission's response was described as a mere courtesy. And that at the end of this morning's newscast, immediately after the Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes talk show, which should end at 9 o'clock, will be the Morning Stew, which is from 9 to 12 on Creme Radio. And you get news updates there. And then at 12:30 on Creme Radio, there's a full news package. At 3 o'clock, there's a news brief. At 5:30, there's a full news package. Here at XTV, at 6 o'clock, there's a full news package. Stay tuned. We're going to take one quick break, come back and open the phone line.
Informative, accurate, current information. Crem's newscast. Local, regional, and international news. Weather and sports.
This is the general. They just coming again. Yeah, yeah. They just won. They just yo, yo. Hey, take it low, 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 take it low. Then you wine right there, take your time right there. You do it fine right there. You blow my mind right there. Take it low, 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 take it low. Hey, Babina Hanuma, Babina Hanuma, Babina.
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators are busy, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together. biggest football event in the world is finally here, and Smart is giving you the chance to play and win. Before every match starts, predict who will win. The more predictions you make, the more chances you have to win. Get 1 point towards your total when you guess the winning team. Predict the exact score and earn up to 4 points. The top scorer at the conclusion of the World Cup wins the grand prize of $2,500 in cash. That's not all. Players get a chance to win weekly prizes. Plus, our quarter-final winner gets a watch party package. Play directly in the Smart app for just 50 cents per entry. Prediction starts June 1st to July 18, 2026. Don't just watch the World Cup. Play along and win with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
back to Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes for this Wednesday morning. The phone number is 280-5848. 280-5848. No, make this phone ring from now till 9 o'clock or 7:30. We'll have one guest from 7:30 to 8. But other than that, make this phone ring. I don't want to hear myself to talk. So for we time, sweet Belize with all our challenges. Yesterday, I'm going to listen to WB and somebody calling, and I encourage Belizean people. One, for practice patience. I struggle with it. Practice patience. And the more we learn as Belizeans, like the more we truly learn, the better we could help for ourselves and help other people in the community, the wider Belizean community, navigate challenges, especially when they have to do with one institution or one ministry or one department or one private entity. So this person calling about being unable to open one bank account yesterday, had prior criminal charges, spent time for them charges, but then they tell her that there's one bank that it cannot open a bank account. And another reason why I like when Mose give it 2 cents per reasoning, because I don't mean I think about it. Mose say, but is there any time period, let's say for 5 years, 10 years, you can't open the bank account because of the charges, and I think it was a firearm charge and a drug trafficking charge. And with the know your customer rule, the banks that want risk, they take the chance. Fair enough. I call Central Bank and transfer me to 3 different people. One of the areas where I don't have a lot of patience for. So usually when I call, I ask people for their name and tell them that the general concern I have, for make them put me to the person who have the power to give me the answer. Where I don't have patience for, the one I have to say the same long story 1 time, transfer, 2 time, transfer, 3 times. Listen, I might lose my patience before I even get to the 3rd transfer. So I don't no disrespect to maybe the receptionist who answered the phone. I understand that you direct calls to the area, unit, department, or the individual who could answer the question. Good morning. Thanks for calling WB. Talk to you.
Morning, YaYa.
Morning. Stephanie?
Darling, watching the Facebook on Channel 5 last night with these autistic children, that the student was not allowed to graduate. YaYa, that hurt my heart.
I didn't see the story. Tell me, what happened?
Apparently, at the end of this, everything, well, every month they collected the people their money, but when the graduation time now, they make the autistic child sit not with the crowd.
Where did this happen?
So, Anglican Cathedral.
These are...
Belize City.
What age to, high school, the Anglican Cathedral College or high school?
Primary school, preschool, baby, preschool.
Wait. Preschool.
Yeah,
and
but Belize, it's a shame because there is nothing here in Belize, nothing set for autistic children. Maybe we, and I would say this to the education minister and whoever else. We weren't ready for this, but you can't choose what kind of picnic the band. I know here no way, and I listen to Creme every day, whatever program, Channel 7 every night. Nothing is set up for artistic picnic.
No, they have one. They have something, sis. They have something. I know for sure they do. I have to look and see what the organization name. It may be independent. No, I don't know if they have anything within the school system. And so you're saying they never make these autistic preschool age children graduate with the other students?
No.
What are the reasons?
They had the children sit. I sent it to Mose yesterday. They had the children sit in a different, like they were excluded, they were discriminated.
But that now, and nobody asked the question why? Like, no parent never come forward and said nothing, but then children being treated differently?
The parent or someone of the member of the family posted up on Facebook yesterday. But it was on Channel 5 last night.
Okay, then the Ministry of Education needs to answer to that. And I could tell you right off the bat, it's a human rights violation.
I know.
And I appreciate you calling in and alerting us. This is unacceptable. And if we not say nothing about it in our meaningful, constructive way, and sometimes the data nothing still not happening now, but I appreciate that you bring it to the public's attention, because we can't catch everything. Okay, you're just impossible. That one community effort for look after for we interests. Make an ask you, not that it make a difference, but the ethnicity of the children was varied. They could have been of Indian heritage.
The only child they showed was like our complexion, but the other kids I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, the reason why I bring this up, because it's really close to me. I don't know the family. I never met them, but I know of a child that was discriminated. And I could tell you the preschool. There is a preschool right beside Publix on Coney Drive that this said child was discriminated. Yeah. So that is why I'm telling you, Belize not ready for it. We not ready for it.
I appreciate you bring it up. And I mean, when the call come in, I mean, the process to say that as individuals, whenever we have these challenges, and it's good to call a talk show to bring it to the public's attention, but that also for we learn what that we write as citizens to ensure that things like this not happen. Now, as much as I complain about artificial intelligence, because it is artificial, one of the things that work for me, this is Stephanie, right?
Yes, darling.
One of the things that work for me, Steph, is I'd go in the search engine and I'd put in what Belize law say about discrimination against autistic children. Like just like how it come in my head, that's how I put it in. And it come up, it'll tell you the exact, it'll cite the Constitution, and I'd go and look on the Constitution and see that the way it say. And then I'd go and ask it again, has Belize signed any international conventions where would I violate discrimination against somebody with autism, and it'll bring it up. And then I look to see what the law say, so that when I contact the ministry, I contact the ministry with a level of knowledge. I could cite the law and the section where say on enough to discriminate, and then cite one international convention. So we can't just rely on them, because they don't know, well, they get paid for know that this is a violation that shouldn't happen. But I don't know if the ministry are aware of it. So then I usually tell you have to make one complaint to the school and then to the district education center in a Belize city case, either down Mahogany Street behind the complex or the Charles Bartlett.
I know where the building is. Yes,
right.
I know.
So, and then get the, one time I go, on care paper and pen, because you can't remember everything people tell you now. And tell them this is my name, I don't want community, I don't want citizen, I have this concern. Tell me who could answer this question. No, they're not always receptive to you because they're not used to get held accountable like that. For the most part, has been my experience. So, and then you follow up with me, Stephanie. You call back and say, listen, I gone, I contact them, excuse me, I talk to this person, this is what they say, this is what. And that's the whole bit by bit we hold for ourselves and others accountable, because this is wrong. I mean, a child with
yes, it is. Yes, it is. And as I was telling someone last night, I know you said who I was talking to, but I will say this. I tell them, I say, I have a cousin that lives in Panama, and her son, her only child, is autistic. And Panama got it out for hospital they have for autism. Whatever they need, they have. And he's excelling high. And he's autistic. And you could tell me we can't even go a pinch. Huh? I will say this before I close off, and I don't care who say negative about it. If you see all the money that the minister stole, or they say alleged, let's put it that way, you could tell me one pinch of that couldn't go into education for autism. I know for a fact there is every district that somebody have it. Some are with shame I bring out with picnic. Some are we no one we know. No one they know. But tell me, when will we be at a point that we could say, hey, I could take my children there. We have teachers that are educated to handle this cause.
Sis, I did the same thing when I just done tell her, right? I gone and I asked AI, what are the name of the autistic organization that Belize? And I say, Autism Belize is the primary non-profit advocacy and support organization in the country. They connect families, special educators, and medical professionals across multiple districts to provide parent training, teacher modules, and community sensitization programs. They have a phone number, 613-4170. 613-4170, and you see that how they focus on community building, special needs advocacy, and capacity building for schools and businesses. 613-4170.
You see, yeah. You see what happened? The family post that. I brought that to you. Now we're at another level because you researched it. So we know this number now, because they're out there live. But what happened if that family did not post that?
I agree, and I would often say these are just reported cases. Imagine how many unreported cases we have, whatever the complaint is that came forward to the community.
That. And how much that parent could afford to take care of that child for preschool. What happened to the ones that were the preschool, they neglect, they reject? What happened? Huh?
Our real concern is...
If I would say, because of my union background, let me take Kings Park. And I walk Kings Park and I check it. Kings Park is a big area. And I check from house to house. How much I will come up with. Huh? Some were not gone to school, some were gone to school. Or no, the parents can't afford it. Tell me. But there is nothing.
Well, there's this organization. Really, the state have one duty for provide services like these. And if the state do it and we don't know, beg pardon, hold we accountable. But to our knowledge, I know they have the special needs element of the Ministry of Education on Freetown Road across from Atlantic Bank.
Yes, I know. Right behind Stella Maris in a little house between between Cleopatra and YWC.
Right. I don't know if they address autism there. I know there's special needs, but I don't know if they address autism there.
I don't know. I have not heard of anything of it. But this case, and I will say it again, hurts because it's very close to me for a reason. When I see you, you know me, I always meet up.
Make I tell you right now. The whole long I know Stephanie. We just worked the Brodies together in the 80s. We just stack shelf. We just be cashier. I mean, the other day, Stefan, I remember, I said, imagine.
I was in there last week and I told a young lady, I said, Miss, you see that shelf there? I used to work that shelf.
What number of your shelf? What number of your shelf, sis? You remember? Because like the sister Felix and shelf 1 as you walk in abroad.
Yes.
What number of your aisle?
Years ago. Yes. I say years ago when we used to work half day Wednesday. It's a miss why they don't bring it back. I said, but then he used to work Friday night. But it used to open Friday night.
Yes. But those were the days.
I promise when I meet you, I will explain to you why.
Okay, sis. But call me back. I want it Thursday and Friday. I want to call the Ministry of Education too. But this, the process for say how address one concern with somebody calling yesterday. So I just say all it takes is some interest for care, some patience, and we could find solutions. We could hold people accountable for making them find solutions. But our community effort.
Yep. How we say? Let the people save the people, and YaYa, if we're not joined together, it never happen.
Respect, Steph. Thanks for the call.
Thank you, darling. Love you.
One love, guidance. People that try to get in. Morning, we have 8 minutes before we have to go to break. Talk to me.
Good morning, Sister YaYa.
Morning, sis.
You know me well. I was driving. I had to pull over on the side of the road because I don't know of the story, but I'm listening to the caller calling. I am a parapro, a certified parapro. I work at Stella Maris School. Yes, we do have artistic children that goes to the school that are artistic. I have a 6-year-old granddaughter that goes to Stella Maris. When she first started, she couldn't say nothing. She couldn't talk or anything of the sort. When we first, we were living in Merida. When we came back with her, we took her to a preschool that they told us was for kids with autism. We were there for 3 months. She learned nothing. I went to the special ed. There's a special ed unit that's right behind the YWCA. And that's where I got all my information from. My granddaughter was then vetted and went to Stella Maris. They vet the children first to make sure that when they place them, that they're placing them where they belong. Because you don't want to put a child that we think are artistic and then they're not. And so with my granddaughter, she didn't speak at all. YaYa, that child would read any poster she sees on the street. She reads anything. She still goes to that school. That was my initiative that made me where I am today, that became a parapro. Yes, there is help there. Whenever I find situation like what the lady is talking about, I encourage people, go to the special ed unit, talk to them, and try to get your children into Stella Maris. A lot of people have to stigma about Stella Maris, but until you get to that school and you know exactly what we do there, we have 100 and something children. We had parent night last night for 9 of our children, 9 of them who would be graduating on Thursday. There's so many things that these children learn while they're there. I know that a lot of the school has kids there that have autism, and I think what they're trying to do is teach some of the teachers to deal with special ed kids. I know there was a workshop last week for sure, because I know that one of our teachers who teach the younger kids were at that workshop for a week. I also know that we don't have a preschool, but we have a beginners. I am inviting you guys, come to YaYa, visit us at Stella Maris. We are located at Teachers College, the old Teachers College, at the UB building.
Sis, I really appreciate you calling in and sharing your experience, and I respect that. Likewise, I have people who, I know a family in particular, who have one child at Stella Maris, and for their experience, different. Now Stella Maris is under new leadership. Big respect to my sister, Dorrit Pascasio Griffith. Big respect. Salute to my sister. Respect. But people have different lived experience, and then based on where the person is or the child is on this autism spectrum, some people prefer their children to be in a regular classroom, depending on where the child is on the autism spectrum. Some children do need to be in a special setting like Stella Maris, so it varies. But I really applaud you for call and share your experience and share the process. Big respect to that. What their certification?
Excuse me?
You mean to say that what you said that you have a special training?
Yes, they do. I took because of my granddaughter, and because I also have a niece and a nephew who has autism. I chose to learn because there was nothing that I found or nowhere that we could have taken her. And so I did my own research, and that's how I ended up. And then when she started at Stella Maris, I volunteered for a while, and then last year I took what they have, it's called a paraprofessional.
Paraprofessional.
Which is like a teacher's aid. It's an aid for special kids with autism.
I learned something new. I know about teacher's aid, but I never know about a paraprofessional for special needs.
Right. They're and I am a certified paraprofessional.
Who gave the certification?
The program, you go to there's a special unit, and we have, through Autism Believes, that program is run to Autism.
All right, this is Sister Carl gone. But big thanks, sis. So I tell you this, we are like on a call collectively together intentionally. Sis, I have to go to a break.
Hey, good morning.
Hi, morning, brother. I have to go to a break. I just never want to take your call, but I have to go to a break because I got, all right, you got 3 minutes. I got the clock front of me said one thing, but my phone says 7:27. So 3 minutes, you have to make it quick, brother.
Yeah, go to break then, yeah.
All right, then, respect, guidance. All right, so the conversation was a concern about a post on Facebook. It's being said that at a preschool, a child with different ability on the autism spectrum they had a separate from the rest of the children there. And I found out that there is an organization called Autism Believes. I could go on a search engine. I want to find out more about it. There's also the special education unit of the Ministry of Education, Pan Freetown Road, between YMCA and the Polyclinic. And then there's also Stella Maris. I can see if I could do this quickly. I was in the process to say the same thing, that once you have one challenge and you have the patience, you could go in at the search engine and ask the question. Anyways, I called Central Bank yesterday. Central Bank, that the regulator for banks. Bottom line is the brother we called yesterday about this concern. You have to send one email saying everything we call and step on WB and make an official complaint to the Central Bank as the regulators of bank. They have to have something in writing. The email address you and send it to the compliance@centralbank.org.bz. compliance@centralbank.org.bz. And then the bank will do the investigation and then follow up with the individual. One of the pushback I have is that they ought to know the customers they have. And there are many Belizean people who are functional illiterate. So the minute you tell them right, you know and get the complaint. That they ought to give an alternative like a WhatsApp audio that the person could verbally say what happened, and that is just as strong as if somebody may write it. So I keep this to the people who provide service to the public. You have to know the people who you serve. You cannot only give people the only option of write something. Most of we don't talk English. Most of us can't even write them properly, much less to write one. We could tell you, we could talk to you in a Creole and tell you, no, there are some people who can. Beautiful, you have the email option. But I also think of the people who struggle or cannot, that they need one audio option for make one valid report about whatever the concern may be or complaint. It's 7:30. 2 Cents Scam time, and 2 Cents Scam is being brought to us by Fort Point Security. When we come back, we have one guest.
You're watching WB on XTV, and we're going to find out, or I want to find out, where the fellas then go through when they got high blood pressure. That's something very serious to talk about, and then I want to find out the people that do same on it. All right, as a man, right? You know about high blood pressure?
Well, I don't have high blood pressure, but I got a lot of friends. The woman getting pressure.
Oh, yeah, you're too.
Yeah.
What do you know about high blood pressure?
Well, what I know about high blood pressure, that I guess like it's dangerous, like it could make you like pass out or something, or it could warn you that you could feel dizzy and so that.
You check the doctor to see if you got high blood pressure?
Well, never before. I feel like I'm healthy.
But you know you don't got no sign, right?
No, I don't have no signs or nothing.
That your 2 cents.
That my 2 cents.
What do you know about high blood pressure?
I don't know much about that, G, for real. I mean, all I know, you gotta eat healthy, you know?
Do you ever take for one, say, go to the doctor for just check?
trouble. I don't do doctor and anything.
Okay.
You know? I try eat healthy. Me leave orange, me leave banana.
Okay.
Plenty water.
Alright.
You know, I let flow and then kick down and then leeches and then fool, you know.
That your advice.
Yes, man.
That your too, sir.
No, nothing about that, you know.
Yes, you never try check the doctor
no,
for say?
No, I never tried that before.
Because they say you have to eat right, drink a lot of water, and run away from the fatty food.
Yeah.
You like your fatty food?
Yes, I kind of the vegetables, fruits, and so right.
Okay. So you eat healthy?
Yeah, plenty water, soft drink, not too much.
Yeah, you're like me, I don't drink soft drink.
Yeah. Only that.
All right, that here too, say. All right, sir.
Okay.
I say all I know about high blood pressure that people say when your pressure the high, you either feel behind or neck back feel tight, or you have headache, or you feel a bit dizzy.
Dizzy. That here too, say. All right.
At Habet and Brothers Habet. Celebrate your super handy dad with gifts he'll actually use and enjoy super savings all June. Like 15% off all power tools and Stanley hand tools, 20% off Vento PVC windows, 20% off Ascot porcelain tiles and 30% off Piso Forte ceramic tiles, and 40% off Sunlight windows and doors. Plus, stop in at Brothers Habet every Saturday for our veranda clearance blowout. And for every $50 you spend, get a chance to win a power tool every Saturday. Visit Habet and Brothers Habet today and give Dad something worthy of his super handiness. Happy Father's Day to all super handy dads.
Maria's was planned to open in 2020, and that's when COVID came. I thought the dream was dead. People would come to my house, they would purchase the coffees from there. That gave me the little confidence like, okay, I could do this. Atlantic Bank, of course, helped me take the next step. Once I had their support, it was smooth sailing from there. This business is my life. It's literally what provides my family with food and employment. I employ 3 family members, so it's really everything for us.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
This is the general. They just coming again. Yeah, yeah. They just won. They just yo. Hey, take it low, 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 take it low. Then you wine right there, take your time right there. You're doing fine right there. You blow my mind right there. Take it low, 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 take it low. Hey, Babina Hanuma, Babina Hanuma.
El evento de fútbol más grande del mundo por fin llegó y Smart te invita a vivir toda la emoción del mundial. Antes de que empiece cada partido, predice quién se lleva la victoria. Entre más predicciones hagas, más oportunidades acumulas. Suma un punto cuando le aciertes al equipo ganador y si le atinas al marcador exacto, obtienes hasta 4 puntos. La persona con más puntos al terminar el mundial se lleva $2,500 en efectivo. Y eso no es todo. También habrá premios semanales durante toda la competencia. Además, el líder de los cuartos de final se lleva un paquete completo para armar su Watch Party. Participa directamente desde la app de Smart por solo 50 centavos por participación. Las predicciones estarán disponibles del 1 de junio al 18 de julio del 2026. No solo veas el mundial, vívelo con Smart. Smart, bring people together.
It's not something that I would have gotten on my own. You know, I've been trying for a while and it wasn't happening, and Miss Marissa helped me a lot. Whatever problems came up, she dealt with it for me, so it's very happy right now.
This area was actually a challenge for us based on land documents because Ms. Bowman had a valid title and other people were claiming title also.
I had a man squatting on the land and had problems getting him off. Miss Marissa worked with us and, they worked out something with him and he came off and they started with the house. So
I know that Ms. Bowman is very, very, very happy for this home because she goes from paying quite a bit of rent to paying for something that is actually going to be hers one day.
Right now I'm renting, so I don't have any kind of savings. With this, the rent is okay. I will be able to handle that and I would be able to start having a savings as well. It's hard for people to get this on their own. So for the government to be helping and doing this for us, it's awesome.
We're very, very happy and pleased for Ms. Kenizia today. Again, we thank Minister Julius, the government of Belize, Ms. Marissa, because a lot of work goes into these, Big up and thanks to all the people who are participating, and let this program continue. It is absolutely good.
Look here, your kitchen light, Diana, you been in the kitchen.
But I'm going back in there right now.
And the coffee maker?
Just to try keep my coffee warm for later.
What do you do now?
I'll try to think more to eat.
You know, the more you open or close the fridge, it takes longer for the food cool. For a hot day like today, it burns more energy. You charge your phone right now?
No.
Plug it out then. You really only wash 2 Lee socks and 1 Lee shirt? You don't know what small load burn the same amount of electricity as large loads?
But this is my favorite shirt.
You have to be more energy efficient. Use large loads. This AC they blow hard. If you keep the temperature at 25 degrees Celsius or higher, you burn less energy and you also keep the place cool. And for a nice day like today, turn off the AC, open up the house and make some fresh breeze come in.
You know what? I think I get it now. As consumers, we need to be more energy efficient and practice energy conservation.
With deep sorrow and profound love, the Ingleton and Skeen families announce the passing of Everly Stephanie Skeen Ingleton. Everly leaves to cherish her memory, her beloved husband, Dion Ingleton, her daughters, Dana Foreman, Yannicka Matthews and Adriana Ingleton, and her treasured grandchildren, Micah Sewell and Omari Brown. She is also lovingly remembered by her parents, Ellison S. Skeen and Kathleen Lester Skeen, her brothers Ellison F. Skeen and Marvin Skeen, her extended family, her church family, her many friends, and her cherished United Democratic Party family, with whom she shared years of dedicated service, loyalty, and friendship. A woman of faith, compassion, commitment, and grace, Everly devoted her life to her family, her community, and her country. She touched countless lives through her kindness, generosity, attention to detail, and unwavering willingness to serve others. Her legacy will live on in the hearts of all who knew and loved her. Funeral services celebrating her life will be held on Friday, June 26, 2026 at the Cathedral Parish of St. John the Baptist, Albert Street, Belize City. The body will be received at 12 noon with funeral services commencing at 1 p.m. The service will be live streamed on Memory Page BZ, Wave Radio and Wave TV, Guardian Newspaper, Hot Off the Press, and Coe's Funeral Home platforms. Sunrise December 7, 1967. Sunset June 18, 2026. May her soul rest in eternal peace and rise in glory. Well done, good and faithful servant.
Money travels fast, so make sure you check it before you spend it. Here are 4 easy ways to know your money is real. Look, feel, tilt, and check. Look closely at your note by holding it to the light to see the watermark and the note value. Notice how the see-through image completes itself perfectly. Feel for authenticity. Run your fingers over the raised portrait and the bars on the edges. 1 bar for the $2 and up to 6 bars for the $100. Tilt the note to see the hidden value appear. Look for the moving images on the security thread and holographic shimmer on higher denominations. Check closely. Use UV light or a magnifying glass to find hidden images and microtext. Remember, handling counterfeit money is illegal. If you spot a fake, report it to the police immediately. Look, feel, tilt, and check. Know your money. Check it before you spend it. A message from the Central Bank of Belize.
Catu's Trucking is the one place that can handle all your concrete mix needs. 50-pound sandbags, white sand, sand and gravel, river sand, black dirt, clay and landfill, washed white sand, concrete mix and limestone. We also do land clearing, road construction, and excavation. For all your building and home projects, visit us at mile 14 on the Philip Golson Highway. Call or WhatsApp at 673-1118, 671-9199, or 661-5863. We're open Mondays to Saturdays. Our prices are so good you can't get a better deal anywhere. Catu's Trucking, where we do things right.
Benny's is kicking off Father's Day with popping deals for Dad. In the month of June, visit a Benny's store near you and get store-wide discounts on select items such as Milwaukee and Axie power tools, Charbroil barbecue grills, car care products, Karcher pressure washers, Sankey smart TVs, gym equipment, and much, much more. Make Dad happy with popping deals for Dad in June, only at Benny's.
Benny's, Benny's, oh, Benny's, 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 oh.
You're up against some tough challenges, but not all heavy-duty lubricants can handle the pressure. Until now. Introducing Ridgeline Lubricants, a homegrown solution engineered right here to solve the hurdles you face every day. Backed by experts who understand the ups and downs of where you're operating and what's at stake. Specially formulated to protect your equipment so you can push past grueling hours, heavy loads, and harsh conditions to reach for greater productivity. Ridgeline Lubricants. Long live your equipment.
For this morning, Wednesday, June 24th, 2026. In the studio this morning, no stranger to Zinc Fence. We have Perry Sticks Smith, founder of Days of Healing, and he contact with today about the 103rd Days of Healing. Sticks, you're up on the air. Talk to me.
Yes, I. First and foremost, I want to give thanks to the Creator, give thanks to the space and the place. Understand me? Give thanks to XTV. Yes, And it's been a long time, me and you know that on the yard together because I remember we days on radio, on TV.
We got history.
Yeah.
We are good troublemakers. They actually, can you believe, I said this right, because we don't got a lot of time, but I just want to say this right. They kick me and sticks off of Creme Radio. Imagine that, they kick we off of we media house. But they say, I don't think this is HBO, this is not HBO. That would just have to be a reason for Creme Radio, but we go way back. But it's 103rd days of healing. So for first-time listeners, for people who might need a refresher, what are the purpose of Days of Healing?
Well, yeah, from the very first days of healing, me and you, me they out there.
Yes.
Me and you, me they out there. And you say, the joy and the passion I had for it, the tears would come down my face to watch people, watch youths to interact with each other. The quote-unquote worst of the worst, the gangsters, the criminals, the killers, the smile and the laugh. Understand me? They entertain the youths there. They interact with the youths. So, Days of Healing, our initiative was started 2013 after one quadruple murder would take place by George and Dean Street, where 4 individuals get killed. Understand me? And up till now, the country, the community, feel like it was a state-sanctioned murder. No investigation, nothing come from them brothers' murder. Understand me? Head, Kino, Long John, and Ghost. Then the brethren will get killed, assassinated. Understand me? And from then, that community been fractured. So we decided to do a Days of Healing. And Days of Healing basically, for whoever live that stays like one black party. You bring out your whole community. You rally your community around sports, food, and entertainment. Understand me? Because entertainment, sports, and food that will bring people together. The worst are the worst, the best are the best. So from 2013 until now, we have been doing Days of Healing.
Respect.
We've gone as far as Halakte borderline. With Wilma here, we do our Days of Healing. We're the Halakte borderline with Belizeans and Guatemalans. We're going all the way to People Stadium, the Orange Walk. We've been to villages throughout this country. We've been to so much blacks and communities throughout the south side and north side.
It's hard to see your face because of the cap.
Oh, the hat. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how Days of Healing got created.
Yes.
How do you organize it to ensure that the one people process? It costs money for have one, I mean, respect to the sustainability for all these years, but how do you keep it sustainable and people inclusive?
Well, first and foremost, how we keep it people inclusive, we interact with the people from the community. I make the ride round, the move round, the do what I do. You buck me, boy, sticks. My, we don't want to have one Days of Healing in my community, either such and such, we live at such and such an area. All right then, brother, all right then, sister. You got people in your area who are willing to assist to cook the food. You got people who are willing to come out there and rally the youth staying in sports. You understand me? You got your community where want to come out. Because first and foremost, if the community not buy into our Days of Healing, it can't be no Days of Healing, We don't just pop up and say, you know what, we do something in your community, come out, have fun. The community first and foremost have to buy into this initiative, They have to want this initiative, understand me? And from then, what I do, I jump on my bicycle. And I don't even got no bicycle right now. You know me, I just like you, we're a foot soldiers. I want to walk about and about. I go and go pass out some letters. I go and go link people for beg for donations, because every single thing that Days of Healing is absolutely free. We don't sell nothing. Nothing we sell.
So this Days of Healing, when it come up, how many Days of Healing you've had now, and what part this one day, and what people could look forward to?
Well, we hosted 102 of these initiatives, And realistically, nobody in this country, no organization, no entity, no group, ever hosted over 100 consecutive initiatives. Days of Healing. One ghetto youth from south side, one re-importee, one deportee did it, and we're still doing it. Understand me? And this Days of Healing, one day, the Penn Road, right by the basketball court. the football field with a host of 103 days of healing.
We
and
have
this
the
one
flyer
come about,
up right now, slow scrolling on XTV.
and this one be the second time we did one Days of Healing in a Pen Road. Because the first time we did one was 2015, around the Christmas time. But it's been so long, our community member, my brethren Sims, you understand me, we're attached to the LIU initiative. They say, yo, Sticks, man, a long time you don't come to Pen Road, we don't feel no love back here, brother. You understand me? You say all the craziness what happened back here. You used to get killed off a horse and all kind of madness and things like we just get forgotten back here for we zone. I said, brothers, I know the feeling because enough communities throughout Belize feel the same way. Like nobody no worry about for we area, nobody no care what we do. All they want to hear that we do something bad and something wicked, or they try to label we for do something bad and wicked. Because when we try to do something positive and constructive, they try and mash it up. Understand me?
So what people could look forward to at this particular Days of Healing?
Well, at this particular Days of Healing, of course, you look forward to entertainment. We have sound system out there. Off the top of my head, because I got so much things on my head right now, I forget the brethren we want to come out with a sound system. Understand me? We have Belizean artists, Unlimited. Understand me? Unlimited want to come out there and come perform. And after about 4 years, hiatus, being out of the country, stepping back into the spotlight, we have no other than the King of Belize, Shooter. Shooter will be out there performing. Thank God that I have life. Understand me? And we're looking forward to Nello Player coming out once Nello Player free up. And you know who they back in the country right now? It's a Blackberry. Blackberry say, Sticks, once I reach back from key in time, I will be out there and bless the people. Because Blackberry left here about 10 years now, come back on a leave vacation and thing. You understand me? Bring back in the family, reintroduce them back to Belize. And the brother say, if anything wants to free up, Saturday he want to come through. So we look forward to performances from Unlimited, Shooter, Nello Player, Blackberry, once it free up for key.
I still got one football.
Yes, we'll have one football scrimmage and thing, and Mr. Gamboa, they bring out the police squad for do like one league scrimmage match. With any team we want to come out there and rally. We'll have one league 3-on-3 basketball tournament. We'll have some run race, sack race, lime and spoon for the youths, of course. We'll have some good food out there. Barbecue chicken, stew chicken, baked chicken, rice and beans, stew beans, veggie rice. And we'll have some desserts and pastries, refreshments, water, ideal, and every single thing that for free.
And what are the hours?
The hours are from 9 till 6, yeah.
How are you able to get the things then what you need for these Days of Healings? Like you have people who consistently donate, or you just have to hope that by 48 hours before I get everything where I need, or how that works?
So I like how you ask the question because you know the reality. You see how I scramble like one chicken with my head cut off. Understand me? But consistently donate. I have to give thanks to my mom. You understand me? I have to give thanks to my granny.
Call her name.
Cecilia, Zetina, and Gwendolyn Usher. Understand me? I have to give thanks to the two ladies there because regardless of what, by default, I might need something for my personal self. And they say, my granny say, so what they go on with the healing? Because that's what she call it. So what they go on with the healing? Now what the healing wanted this time, you know? Okay then. Here what they go on, I send one lead thing. Understand me? Because I don't know you want to take out everything out of the house. Because she made the down here 2015, and when we did the first Days of Healing upon Jane Usher. And we literally take rice and beans and things out of the house that Saturday. And we wake up the Sunday to no rice and no beans and things. And my granny said, boy, what's wrong with you? I said, Granny, I had fun, right? He said, yes, but how will I eat today? Hold up, boy, go buy some rice, go buy some beans and things, but you never do that again. Not take out everything out of the house. Because how you want to eat next day? Understand me? I want to thank them two ladies right there. Understand me? I want to thank some brethren where whenever they do have it, by default, they kick in. One leave 5, one leave 10, they buy some leave rice, they buy some leave this, that. I want to thank them artists who come out and perform out of their heart because they don't ask sticks for $1. The most one artist want to tell me, Breads, make sure one taxi reach me there, make sure one taxi reach me back. and just hold on a plate of food for me, not give away all the food. They never come to me and say, yo, Sticks, yo, we want 100, we want 200, we want this to come out there and perform. Understand me? And basically, they're like, we put our hand out there, we put our hat out there, and we hope and we pray.
No government ministry or department has...
Well, recently, under the LIU, since LIU has been formed up, and we have to give thanks to William Darcy. Because William Darcy was a brethren who come and reach out to me and said, Sticks, I had to watch you for years, brother. Understand me? I love to be director of this program right here. I want to say how this program can help what you to do. Understand me? We can't do what you to do. Understand me? Because you've been doing what you to do. And for me and William sit down, we end up forming a group, the Community Council, where I'm the president of this subcommittee under LIU, with alone grassroots members. And through William Darcy, he made sure that the different grassroots groups and initiatives, we get one lead donation from LIU every month. Understand me? And I say every month, but sometimes it's been rocky. Sometimes the months come when I get nothing.
Well, like how LIU locked down now.
And then recently, but the whole change, and realistically, since then, make the whole shift with cabinet, understand me? And they moved Kareem Musa from being a minister. They moved Ms. Sharol Saldiva from being a CEO. They implemented one new minister. They implemented one new CEO. We have one new commissioner. They're like, you know, YaYa, like when the thing they go good, we don't want to say we the follow where YaYa to do and we the keep the thing go good. Make we change what YaYa to do. Make we change what they want me to do. Make we change what the farmer commission me to do. Make we change what the farmer CEO me to do. Make we change what the farmer minister to do. And make we do it like this and reinvent one wheel. We're done the work. Understand me? Because realistically, like I said, you look for the donation funny. Sometimes it comes, sometimes it don't. Understand me? But it was more consistent under the past administration. The support was there. The minister of that ministry actually cared and gave a damn. Understand me? The CEO actually cared and interacted. As tough and how hard-handed the previous commissioner was, he did eventually say the benefits to this. You understand me? But a lot of things change, but that not change we from the way we do. Because like I explained to them, before there was a LIU, there was a days of healing.
Yeah.
Understand
but how
me?
much you have said that the average for days of healing? You think it'll be like $3,000? Like how much you think there'll be on budget to make you have 1 days of healing and everything bubble? Yeah, I don't know who to listen.
All right, I want to give,
have
all right,
idea.
rough number, you said it right there. $3,000
Yeah.
every single month.
Yeah.
We could go any part of this country, host 1 days of healing. And not have to worry about how we want to find rice, how we want to find chicken, how we want to find beans, how we want to find gas, how we want to find transportation, how we want to find prizes for the youths. Because I sit down and I talk with one brethren. Understand me? One government official, and I explain to her what days of healing about and how I spend my money for days of healing. The brethren and tell me that they're like one misappropriation of government funds. I say, you crazy? So how when any government department, police, Coast Guard, you understand me, education, any government department, lands department, they hold one lead clinic, they do whatever. Where the money come from, YaYa? They go there for their stuff and pass the hat. No, they use the same budget for we taxpayers' money and have one lead function.
Listen, according to the leaks,
so that they're not a misappropriation of government funds? According
to the leaks, they're going to petty cash with a $10,000. Because anything under $10,000, then could just spend. So for them petty cash limit that for we money,
all right, so all right,
$10,000.
So then give me that $10,000 there, and then I spend that in a bottle 1 day. Give me that same $10,000 there. Anybody put me to the test? I host 3 days of healing back to back to back to back without asking for a donation. And just big up your group, your entity, your organization. Understand me?
Okay, yeah. We'll have to go to a break shortly, but before we go to a break, I can't make a go without lawyer the opportunity for recognize Father Lee personally. I left on voice note Monday, but I really want to get the opportunity for say what I want to say as it relates to Father Lee. And because you work closely with a number of Belizean artists, Only that know Father Lee in a way when me and other people would not know Father Lee.
Yeah, we know I know. We all don't know.
Right.
Realistically. And I don't know, like, I had to get hot flashes, I had to go through menopause and things. I just to touch it, feel it right now. Because with all the deaths, all the murders, I just cry.
Well, give thanks as a black man, you allow yourself to cry. That's a beautiful thing.
Father's Day, that like my granny birthday, I could never forget that because my granny birthday last year, my pa dead and my auntie dead on the same day. So every year I want to tell granny happy birthday. With one eye, I smile and I happy. The next eye, I had to cry. Father's Day, yes, enough respect to we fathers because in time we still not give we for we respect. Because we still want to take for we day. Understand me? But now when I hear Father's Day, boy, Father's Day, and watch what this man nickname was, Father Lee. Father Lee dead on Father's Day. Like I make one rhyme in my head. So like Father's Day, like okay, yes I thanks to say happy Father's Day, but then time I want to think about my brethren. And I get to meet Father Lee, just like how I get to meet you. Right at that gate there as one security guard. And that's how we used to interact with each other. Understand me? The conversations we used to have. Understand me? I'm really check for this brethren. And I see this man had enough of the artist thing, follow back at him. And get to realize, boy, that he not like the producer, the manager, he not the Suge Knight. Understand me? That he make the artist here. We build one band right back at this zinc fence here. And you don't know, Fridays used to be for we nights and things, serious business. And the crowd come out. And Father Leader me a serious business, serious member. Yeah. And when I may get the honor, when my godfather come and say, boy, here we go on. You alone to go up the road and go up the road. I got one spot right down the street. You want to stay there? You want to take over the spot? Well, thank you, Godfather. I dubbed the place Baby Zinc. And Father Lee, TR, Positive Vibes, Consigo, understand me? Seeing Shooter. Enough believers and artists used to come to my yard on a daily basis. I used to wake up to artists, go sleep with artists. Understand me? And when I moved down the street, that Vernon Street, the entire Heights survived. Father Lee to do what Father Lee to do. Understand me? Because one spell me and he had one joint venture together right at the corner of Partridge Street. Right on the Rogers family yard. And we had one Lee use clothes spot. For him, people used to send things from states where he sell. My people used to send things from states where I sell. We had one brethren up the Orange Walk where we used to consign with vehicles. And we used to sell vehicles and things like that. We used to go that village and thing. And Father Lee actually carried me to some ruins were buried and show we like villages like, yo, Sticks, watch what for we country just neglect. Why then people not come try dig up their thing, bring up for we history, but then they try highlight other things. Because some people might say one Father Lee as somebody would just keep my Heineken back hole and one cigarette. Cause my brother I'm a rat bat. Understand me? I don't want rat bat too, but my thing is marijuana. But in time, the Father Lee, I'm a ballet, very intelligent, very funny, very witty, helpful. Understand me? Once he know you need it, he no mind push it out for you and help you. And seeing with that being said, when I got down the street, the artists then still come to my yard. We used to play basketball. And leader don't know athlete, not at all. Me I don't really know an athlete like that, but we just love the sport and we just interact with each other. I sit down one day, I say, yo, Father Lee, yo, Tom, I want to bust my own studio, yo. Heights survive. Not really the push like that. Determined to hustle, Young C studio. Young C may have the broke down for his studio, had the relocate, so nothing ever happened with his studio. I say a hot wire. Tom, you know how that studio a long time. Lee like, it's never for TR, your studio gone in. Give thanks to TR. Your studio stay your studio, your name want stay your name because of TR. But in time I want to make one Baby Zinc Records. So two of them tell me, Sticks, you serious? I say, yes, yo. Then ballet they are every day. Make them work out, make them go behind the mic. Then time there, before the day done, Father Lee may end up gone, Tom gone, and two of them start come back with equipment. Sticks away, I want to set up the spot. Right in the corner right there. After that, I start making some phone calls. Studio happy, you understand me? So...
we have to lock off.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it because we never know that. What is studio name?
My studio, my name Baby Zinc Records, and we look to bring that back directly to.
Respect. Before we go, remind people again, we're part the 103rd Days of Healing one day. What time?
Well, the 103rd Days of Healing people, it will be hosted this Saturday right here, this Saturday, 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. right on Jane Usher basketball court. We have some football scrimmages with the FC Belize team, you understand? We have some 3-on-3 basketball, run race, sack race, slime and spoon. And before we go, YaYa, I want to thank some of the community members and some of the community groups. We're there with Days of Healing.
Make it quick.
I want to thank, first and foremost, my big brother, Timmy Stamp. We're there from the first Days of Healing. I never left my side. And Jalove After School Program. I want to big up the Upliftment, Belama. I want to big up Port AVP Innovators. Eyes of a Jaguar Group, Miss Olga Garden. I want to big up Hands and Hearts. I want to big up Poor and Famous Culture Club. I want to big up Big Brothers, Mr. Marlon Miller. There are some of the community groups and organizations where they're behind the scenes. I forget the name of Roxanne Group because Roxanne Group that part of for we community council. Where that we the people with up on the ground we actually work with for we people. And we the same people where they try bypass and not counter. And they got at least $10,000 petty cash. But that allows for lunch or staff meeting. Come on, man, push it out on the ground to people who really want to use it.
Quickly, just tell me who are the person who make your flyer. Can they flyers the pop?
The person who make my flyers, that one brethren, where they call one drunkard. And a Father Lee brother. Father Lee brother, Mace. Mace make my flyers. Father Lee brother.
Big respect. We have to go to a break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
It's not something that I would have gotten on my own. You know, I've been trying for a while and it wasn't happening, and Miss Marissa helped me a lot. Whatever problems came up, she dealt with it for me, so it's very happy right now.
This area was actually a challenge for us based on land documents because Miss Woman had a valid title and other people were claiming titles also.
I had a man squatting on the land and had problems getting him off. Miss Marissa worked with us and, you know, they worked out something with him and he came off and they started with the house. So
I know that Miss Woman is very, very, very happy for this home because she goes from paying quite a bit of rent to paying for something that is actually going to be hers one day.
Right now I'm renting, so I don't have any kind of savings. With this, you know, the rent is okay. I will be able to handle that. And I would be able to start having a savings as well. It's hard for people to get this on their own. So for the government to be helping and doing this for us, it's awesome.
We're very, very happy and pleased for Ms. Kenizia today. Again, we thank Minister Julius, the government of Belize, Ms. Marissa, because a lot of work goes into these, you know. Big up and thanks to all the people who are participating, and let this program continue. It is absolutely good.
This is the general. They just coming again. Take it low, 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 take it low.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
We've got the wow youth. So do you think we got a deal?
No one should be up at this time. If you're still up, it's not you. It's your mattress. Because the right mattress changes everything. Sherwood Bedding Luxury Resort Pillow Top Mattress. Sleep better, wake better. Available at Design Depot. All in one place.
Maria's was planned to open in 2020, and that's when COVID came. I thought the dream was dead. People would come to my house, they would purchase the coffees from there. That gave me the little confidence like, okay, I could do this. Atlantic Bank, of course, helped me take the next step. Once I had their support, it was smooth sailing from there. This business is my life. It's literally what provides my family with food and employment. I employ 3 family members, so it's really everything for us.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
At Habet and Brothers Habet, celebrate your super handy dad with gifts he'll actually use and enjoy super savings all June. Like 15% off all power tools and Stanley hand tools, 20% off Vento PVC windows, 20% off Ascot porcelain tiles and 30% off Piso Forte ceramic tiles, and 40% off Sunlight windows and doors. Plus, stop in at Brothers Habet every Saturday for our veranda clearance blowout. And for every $50 you spend, get a chance to win a power tool every Saturday. Visit Habet and Brothers Habet today and give Dad something worthy of his super handiness. Happy Father's Day to all super handy dads.
The biggest football event in the world is finally here, and Smart is giving you the chance to play and win. Before every match starts, predict who will win. The more predictions you make, the more chances you have to win. Get 1 point towards your total when you guess the winning team. Predict the exact score and earn up to 4 points. The top scorer at the conclusion of the World Cup wins the grand prize of $2,500 in cash. That's not all. Players get a chance to win weekly prizes. Plus, our quarter-final winner gets a watch party package. Play directly in the Smart app for just 50 cents per entry. Prediction starts June 1st to July 18, 2026. Don't just watch the World Cup. Play along and win with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. So this Wednesday morning, the phone number to call is 280-5848, 280-5848. We had Perry Stick-Smith, founder of Days of Healing, a community initiative, being intentional in going in impoverished communities throughout the country and not just Belize City, and coordinate with community members, have fun activities, provide free food, and just, as the name of the initiative is known, of Days of Healing, our moment for just breathe and just be. And everybody need that moment in their life. So a big respect to hear the challenges he's faced with. If anybody, I know I forget to ask him one thing, but I'm my brother, so I have a phone number, and I know you don't mind if I give it out. Sticks number is 638-1550. 638-1550. If anybody want to make one in-kind donation or provide funding, it costs about $3,000 Belize per month for host 1 Days of Healing, or $1,500 US. And the US currency work just as good. On could contact Sticks and make a commitment. There's no donation too small, and that one community effort. So big respect to all the organized people that Save the People. That Sticks organized that event. Those events, I should say, for as long as, he said, nobody else no got a track record from 2013. Over 10 years. Going in 13th year, it's the 103rd Days of Healing, Jane Usher basketball / football field. And now it matters that, as before Sticks Command, when we had this concern about autism, and our Master Chief Operator, Krista Flowers, sent me the news story, and I'm just absolutely shocked that this Anglican Cathedral Primary School would put children, preschool age children with autism, put them for sit-down separately from the other. Can you imagine the trauma to the family, to the children? Like, somebody need for answer for this. Somebody need for answer for this. And again, this is the one will get reported, and not all the stories get reported. This is unacceptable. And as long as we Belizean people keep accept these bad behaviors, and now, one, hold them publicly accountable. Two, learn the processes, how we could hold them physically accountable, then the bad behavior won't continue. And people in power and position, in positions of power, they're being paid oftentimes by taxpayers' money. This is the way you get paid for though. You get paid for know the law. You get paid for know the policy. You get paid for keep training people, because life happens, on whatever new policy or different interpretation there may be of the law, that your frontline people have to know it. That's the way you get paid for training. So I oftentimes look at leadership when we see these gaps, and the people in leadership should not shy away from being held accountable publicly. Like, there's nothing wrong in saying, listen, I'm human, I know I'm in a leadership position, I dropped the ball. I did not know this. I should have, I didn't. Make one effort for the better, humble myself, check back with me in 3 months, 6 months, and see if I say one improvement. Check back at any point. There's nothing wrong with saying I was wrong. I'm if I know something, I never know it. Just be truthful. And then we the people, I know, today that day 684 of YUB Educational Foundation Natural Hair Campaign, as it relates to the discrimination of primarily African descendants, racialized as black people, students being denied an education in the education system, and the Minister of Education knows this. And because they not do nothing about it, the violation continues. Now, because primarily of parents coming forward and it making the news, and then UEF making it into a campaign against day 684, the schools then get slick. They're not as blatant about the discrimination, but they still discriminate against students. And then they want like, well, how you know that? You got any evidence that we did discriminate? And then parents, fearful for because we have an attorney on standby. Once the parent and the student willing forgive one statement, then we going forward legally. But the parents are fearful because their child not graduate yet. and they don't want the child have to deal with heat, so they tell the child, watch out, cut your hair, change your hairstyle. That not change the behavior, but I understand the parents and sometimes the students concerned, want to get targeted. But that only encouraged the church and the schools and the Ministry of Education in their bad behavior, their human rights violation. The Human Rights Commission of Belize, to my knowledge, is no longer functional. So this is what happens when we have communities where had certain safeguards, and their safeguards, not working at full capacity, are no longer there. The violations continue and most times go unreported. But up to we the people for develop the courage, for have the knowledge, for hold ourselves and others accountable. Now, in the miseducation system, and this would be true for, I would say we're still a colony. Now, people could feel how they feel about political independence because from the fact that your head of state is a governor general, that governor general answers to the European monarch. We not run things here. The prime minister are head of government and the governor general are head of state. Like, really get the sense of that, Belizean people. The number for call is 280-5848. 280-5848. We have another 7 minutes before we take one other break. But it's very important that we as Belizeans really start to, if we're not to do it already, in a meaningful way, connect how the quality of life for we the live, have lived, the people before us have lived, our unborn children will live, have everything to do with the way we are governed. So that would take maybe something with a big conversation and broke it down so that we could see how to have everything to do with how we live every single day. The right to an adequate home, our human right. To healthy food, our human right. To education that is affordable is a human right. Most of these ministers, maybe CEOs, finance officers, these FOs, who don't have one big responsibility. Finance officers have one big responsibility. So when we look at, and this is not the first time, and the second time that we know that there's corruption in the government. Somebody texts and say, they're not even that the Prime Minister really concerned about the allegations of mismanagement of funds. The person position was the Prime Minister is more concerned about the optics of how this looked on the People's United Party. That for just like kind of band-aid over that. And I'm so sick and tired, as so many other Belizeans, sick and tired of people such as ministers, including the Prime Minister, we keep talking about what may happen when the opposition meet. One of the former Prime Minister said, no watch them, watch yourself. Pay attention to what Ono did now, but what we the Belizean people accept from Ono. And it not just to happen in Belize. My co-host from Sunday Review, Brother Akamatota, Trinidad and Tobago, citizen and revolutionary, talk about one kleptocracy government. That like the people have the least, they have the least knowledge are put in the position where people vote they're in. Now look upon this constant musical chairs of Minister of Police. Now if the Minister of Police have constant musical chairs, that will show you the failure leadership from the top down. And if you have failure at the top, I'm sure you haven't got to throw the system onto the bottom. But it's up to we again, the people. And so that we learn that there's a certain period of time we have tolerance for, and then tolerance only could go so long. Because as adult people, really, we ought to be listening to one another carefully, think about what people say, and then come up with viable solutions where inclusive of most people's positions. Now, I've made it known, I have lost 100% respect for all the trade unions in this country, minus Christian Workers Union, because the president did appear when the former employees of BTL and BEL held the state accountable for not paying these former employees their severance. Sister Leonora did show up. So they get a slight pause. But the rest of the trade union of this country, I lose all respect for Uno. Because when Belizean people needed Uno never come out. And I know take back chat. And the same way I feel about the environmental, well, they call them non-governmental organizations. I call them near governmental organizations because they're near to government policies, and near to the bag of money from government, like PAC. So once Uno show me that Uno read it about for Uno interests, I mean, good PR, Uno kind of act like Uno care about people who are enough for Uno click, but my eyes open to Uno. I know no respect I got for Uno, none. And there is no, it might take a lifetime for Uno gain trust with me again, and it might not make no difference to Uno if I don't trust, if I got trust in Uno or not, but I also make Uno plain and straight. So when you see me out the road and I make up my face and I'm not building the time of the day because I hold the same energy where I got to the right now, I'm not happy to know. So 684 days of WUB Educational Foundation hair campaign and 308 days since Joseph Budna was kidnapped. That's still a live matter. Morning, thanks for calling WUB. Talk to me. We have a few minutes before we got our break, like 2 minutes. You're on the air, go ahead.
Good morning, YaYa. This is Renee.
Hey, sis, I don't want to do this to you. I only got 2 minutes before I got a break. And I really want to call me after break so you got more time for talk, sis.
No, listen, I just want to ask one question. I just read a passage by Jeremy Enriquez, in which he refers to the Election and Boundaries Commission as, in the passage, he refers to Election and Boundaries as an independent body. And I just want to ask this one question, and I'll let you go. Since when a public office, an office funded, run by the government of Belize, which is the people of Belize, is an independent institution and it owes no information to the people of Belize? And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, good question, because if we taxpayers' money to run that. So once the taxpayers' money to run that, the public business. But good question.
He's asking for how the redistricting process is happening, and they're answering him saying that they're an independent body or organization, whatever. I want to know, since when a government office does not owe the people of Belize any kind of information. And I'll wait for you after the break.
Big thanks, sis. Thanks for the call.
Thank you. Sure thing.
Welcome.
Bye-bye.
Break time.
This is the general. They just coming again. Yeah, yeah. They just won. They just yo. Hey, take it low, 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 take it low. Then you wine right there, take your time right there, you do it fine right there, you blow my mind right there. Take it low, 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 take it low. Hey, Babina Hanuma, Babina Hanuma.
Benny's is kicking off Father's Day with popping deals for dad. In the month of June, visit a Benny's store near you and get store-wide discounts on select items such as Milwaukee and Axie power tools, Charbroil barbecue grills, car care products, Karcher pressure washers, Sankey smart TVs, gym equipment, and much, much more. Make dad happy with popping deals for dad in June, only at Benny's.
Benny's, oh, Benny's, 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 oh.
It's not something that I would have gotten on my own. You know, I've been trying for a while and it wasn't happening, and Miss Marissa helped me a lot. Whatever problems came up, she dealt with it for me, so it's very happy right now.
This area was actually a challenge for us based on land documents because Miss Woman had a valid title and other people were claiming title also.
I had a man squatting on the land and had problems getting him off. Miss Marissa worked with us and, you know, they worked out something with him and he came off and they started with the house. So
I know that Miss Woman is very, very, very happy for this home because she goes from paying quite a bit of rent to paying for something that is actually going to be hers one day.
Right now I'm renting, so I don't have any kind of savings. With this, you know, the rent is okay. I will be able to handle that and I would be able to start having a savings as well. It's hard for people to get this on their own, so for the government to be helping and doing this for us, it's awesome.
We're very, very happy and pleased for Ms. Kenizia today. Again, we thank Minister Julius, the government of Belize, Ms. Marissa, because a lot of work goes into these, you know. Big up and thanks to all the people who are participating, and let this program continue. It is absolutely good.
Maria's was planned to open in 2020, and that's when COVID came. I thought the dream was dead. People would come to my house, they would purchase the coffees from there. That gave me the little confidence, like, okay, I could do this. Atlantic Bank, of course, helped me take the next step. Once I had their support, it was smooth sailing from there. This business is my life. It's literally what provides my family with food and employment. I employ 3 family members, so it's really everything for us.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
With deep sorrow and profound love, the Ingleton and Skeen families announce the passing of Stephanie Skeen Ingleton. Everly leaves to cherish her memory, her beloved husband, Dion Ingleton, her daughters, Dana Foreman, Yannicka Matthews and Adriana Ingleton, and her treasured grandchildren, Micah Sewell and Omari Brown. She is also lovingly remembered by her parents, Ellison S. Skeen and Kathleen Lester Skeen, her brothers Ellison F. Skeen and Marvin Skeen, her extended family, her church family, her many friends, and her cherished United Democratic Party family, with whom she shared years of dedicated service, loyalty, and friendship. A woman of faith, compassion, commitment, and grace, Everly devoted her life to her family, her community, and her country. She touched countless lives through her kindness, generosity, attention to detail, and unwavering willingness to serve others. Her legacy will live on in the hearts of all who knew and loved her. Funeral services celebrating her life will be held on Friday, June 26, 2026 at the Cathedral Parish of St. John the Baptist, Albert Street, Belize City. The body will be received at 12 noon with funeral services commencing at 1 p.m. The service will be live streamed on Memory Page BZ, Wave Radio and Wave TV, Guardian Newspaper, Hot Off the Press, and Cowiz Funeral Home platforms. Sunrise December 7, 1967. Sunset June 18, 2026. May her soul rest in eternal peace and rise in glory. Well done, good and faithful servant.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale. always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Money travels fast, so make sure you check it before you spend it. Here are 4 easy ways to know your money is real. Look, feel, tilt, and check. Look closely at your note by holding it to the light to see the watermark and the note value. Notice how the see-through image completes itself perfectly. Feel for authenticity. Run your fingers over the raised portrait and the bars on the edges. 1 bar for the $2 and up to 6 bars for the $100. Tilt the note to see the hidden value appear. Look for the moving images on the security thread and holographic shimmer on higher denominations. Check closely. Use UV light or a magnifying glass to find hidden images and microtext. Remember, handling counterfeit money is illegal. If you spot a fake, report it to the police immediately. Look, feel, tilt, and check. Know your money. Check it before you spend it. A message from the Central Bank of Belize.
Some hands do more than carry. They prepare, they fix, they comfort. They keep a home moving in ways few people notice. And even when the day is done, they are still thinking of home. For the months of May and June, we celebrate the hands that hold the home together, offering you 25% off on tiles, lights, fans, ACs, gardening supplies, and more, both in-store and online. Thank you, moms and dads, from Builders Hardware.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'll say I help you right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
Morning Vines. We still have one more break before we have to shut up the shop. I want to give thanks to everybody who reach out to me, especially the people in the States. Big A President, David Barnett, Charlene Barnett, two Barnett. Charlene tune regularly to Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. The Belizeans, they in the diaspora was scattered all over the world. Big respect for the tuning to XTV via XTV Belize Facebook or XTV Belize on YouTube. We value your input. Before we went to break, Renee Nunes called in. She did a States too. So I hope you call back. And she asked one point in the news item. Morning, Bonnie. There's Bonnie out of Placencia. She asked a valid point because from the news story that I read this morning, about social activist Jerry Enriquez holding the state accountable, asking the elections and boundaries for information. Morning, talk to me. Morning.
Morning, Marisol Lane.
Excuse me?
Marisol.
You're on WB Open Airwaves. Marisol will not be at this number.
Bam. Wrong number I dial to reach. Sorry, my sister.
No, the sorry, sister. You had the right back at the zinc, just wrong office. Have a good day.
All right.
Marisol, somebody to try to reach you. Yes. So, based on what that person asked me, golly, I have so much thing open on this phone. I know I tell you now, if you want to know anything, go up online and ask me. You can't take everything what AI say as that the correct thing. For us, I asked AI, if elections and boundaries that want government office. Well, as far as we know, they want government office. And so when Jerry Enriquez asked for information about the redistricting process, detailed information, which I could ask you the Freedom of Information Act, for their response, they have to check and see if they have to answer them, because they quote Section 88 of the Belize Constitution as if they don't have to answer. So when I just gonna ask, it's the Elections and Boundaries Department was established in 1989, subsequent to the constitutional amendments to Section 88 of the Belize Constitution. Amendments were made to the administrative provision of the Representation of the People's Act, Statutory Instrument 26 of 1988. All staffing matters were then transferred from the Elections and Boundaries Commission to the Public Services Commission. An amendment to the Belize Constitution by Act No. 2 of 2001, dated February 23, 2001, transferred jurisdiction over the Chief Election Officer to the Public Services Commission. The Chief Elections Officer and staff are responsible for the day-to-day administration and all phases of the electoral process. The Chief Elections Officer reports to the Ministry of the Public Service and the Elections and Boundaries Commission on a timely basis. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a government ministry. So now imagine, right, that the state want to take time, resources, away from the work what are the people's job for not being held accountable. Instead of just, and this is our part, you have to hold public officers accountable as well. Public officers. You don't have one duty to uphold the law. And if you don't know what the phone responsibility, then I tell you no, go find out. Because when people are being held accountable, it includes public officers who are a family, a friend, a neighbor, and company. I can't laugh upon grid and put you outside of the working hours when you do that encourage the corruption and the dirtiness. Even if, especially if you're an open vote worker, because then you know that because I link with some political person why you get the job, and I get it. I could say this because I got a mic. I know they give her no money every week or every 2 weeks for paying the bills, feeding herself and the children. I get it. But if we want better Belize, then we have to hold ourselves accountable and tell ourselves the truth. Marin, talk to me. Marin, you're up on the air.
Marin, me again.
Yes, tell me.
So, you know, it's entertaining the ridiculous to the sublime, to even for us to even ponder this question and the response by the Election and Boundaries Commission. We all know that it's an agency of the government of Belize. It's a public office. To tell a citizen that, and I'm reading directly from what Jerry posted on Facebook. It says the EDC's response raises the question, does the constitutional independence prevent disclosure? One of the Commission's principal arguments is that it enjoys constitutional independence under Section 88. And I immediately put my hands on my forehead. What constitutional independence prevents them from from engaging with the people? I think besides public funds, the way our elections are managed and redistricting is a part of the electoral process, I think it's highly incumbent on the government of Belize to disclose how this process is occurring. I know I do not get how constitutional, what does constitutional independence mean? Does it mean that it precludes the election and boundaries department from responding to the citizens of Belize? One last thing I'll say, YaYa, is that I think that we make this process so esoteric. So we kind of distance it from our populace, that they don't quite grasp what this is about. They don't grasp what it is about, and they don't grasp the gravity of this process. Because if we look only at the Toledo district, where Jeremy is from, and I'm only using that as an example, we see the imbalance, we see the disrespect, that it is severely underserved. The resources from government does not equitably reach the Toledo district, and I'm only using Toledo district because we could talk about Dangriga, we could talk about the Sand Creek district also. But my original question is, what does constitutional independence under Section 88 mean? What that mean? When did it try tell we, and I want to let you alone?
Well, I appreciate that you bring the question forward. It's a
thank you
valid question, and we need more of these kinds of conversations. I just see it as a style tactic. Well, they're doing an feelings, guys, Brother Jerry, with support, have made gains. This is precedent. It sets precedent. This never happened before, to my knowledge. That one citizen hold the state accountable, and this, more than one time the state agree, listen, you're right to hold the state accountable. So again, like everything you have to go to court for now, my sister. Because you know most of we don't have the time and the resources to get a liar and go to court. But this administration, everything they want to go to court for. I mean, things we don't even have to go for. The whole point of giving, from looking at the, now that you bring it up, I'm going to look for it for somebody else. I'm going to look for the figures to show people how disproportionate, like you have maybe I think 2,000 registered voters in like Fort George. And Fort George are a really small geographical area. And when you look past somewhere like one of the constituency in Toledo, I think they got like over 10,000. One much wider, and when you vote for people and become an area representative, one area representative, they represent over 2,000 people, a small geographical location. Our another area representative, they represent over 10,000 people. Are just the one that were registered and were vote.
Compare Fort George, Mesopotamia, Queen Square. I could call it off the top of my head because I lived at Belize City. I born there, I partially grew up there, and I also lived in Punta Gorda. So compare those constituencies to rural north, to like I said, Toledo East, Toledo West, the constituencies in Dangriga in the south. In the south, it is disproportionate, and I am trying to understand how is it, what does constitutional independence mean when we are speaking to and of the Elections and Boundaries Commission? Somebody smarter than me, answer the question for me. I want to let you alone.
Thanks, sis. I appreciate the call. One love. We'll have to take a quick break and come right back.
El evento de fútbol más grande del mundo por fin llegó y Smart te invita a vivir toda la emoción del mundial. Antes de que empiece cada partido, predice quién se lleva la victoria. Entre más predicciones hagas, más oportunidades acumulas. Suma un punto cuando le aciertes al equipo ganador y si le atinas al marcador exacto, obtienes hasta 4 puntos. La persona con más puntos al terminar el mundial se lleva $2,500 en efectivo. Y eso no es todo. También habrá premios semanales durante toda la competencia. Además, el líder de los cuartos de final se lleva un paquete completo para armar su watch
Watch Party. Participa directamente desde la app de Smart por solo 50 centavos por participación. Las predicciones estarán disponibles del 1 de junio al 18 de julio del 2026. No solo veas el mundial, vívelo con Smart. Smart, bring people together.
This is the general. They just coming again. Yeah, yeah. They just one. They just yo yo. Hey, take it low, 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 take it low. Then you wine right there, take your time right there. You're doing fine right there. You blow my mind right there. Take it low, 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 take it low. Hey, Babina Hanuma, Babina Hanuma.
Maria's was planned to open in 2020, and that's when COVID came. I thought the dream was dead. People would come to my house, they would purchase the coffees from there. That gave me the little confidence, like, okay, I could do this. Atlantic Bank, of course, helped me take the next step. Once I had their support, it was smooth sailing from there. This business is my life. It's literally what provides my family with food and employment. I employ 3 family members, so it's really everything for us.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
At Habet and Brothers Habet, celebrate your super handy dad with gifts he'll actually use and enjoy super savings all June. Like 15% off all power tools and Stanley hand tools, 20% off Vento PVC windows, 20% off Ascot porcelain tiles and 30% off Piso Forte ceramic tiles, and 40% off Sunlight windows and doors. Plus, stop in at Brothers Habet every Saturday for our veranda clearance blowout. And for every $50 you spend, get a chance to win a power tool every Saturday. Visit Habet and Brothers Habet today and give Dad something worthy of his super handiness. Happy Father's Day to all super handy dads.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribed areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
Morning Vibes. Time for shut the shop. I can't take no more calls, but I appreciate all the calls we get today and the conversation and the visit by Perry Sticksmith. So I just want to just quickly, somebody called just now, but I never clear what the person will tell me. I have to give me a call back in the morning. But the whole redistricting is the Constitution say that all of the constituency will have one equal or as near equal amount of registered voters for have one person representing the House. So right now the way things said, it's not equal, it's far from equal. So when you look upon, and I did look upon the total electors for general election 2025, and you don't have the Fort George and Pickstock electoral division. They tell her that. I don't know why you don't have it. But when you look upon, like the sister said just now, she just knows somebody, constituency, the numbers, she know it from memory. It tell you Albert division have 3,111. Queen Square had 2,824. So Queen Square, Mesopotamia had 2,253. So you look upon Queen Square with 2,824 registered voters. You look upon Mesopotamia with 2,253. And then you look upon a place like, location like Belize Rural South. We have 10,149. You go down and you look for say which other number, that one big number. Stan Creek West, 10,597. So you see the big disparity. I know those are only registered voters. If you think how much people in those constituencies are 18 years or over and are not registered, or are registered and chose not to vote in the last general election, then it's even more startling. Like, my goodness, imagine if we as everyday people organized ourselves, registered ourselves, nobody don't even care we go register, empower ourselves so that we register more people than any politician ever register, and then we go out for vote based on for we interest, then the people want to say the power we have over area representative. But we love area representative for thinking they're grown god and goddesses, and so that's why they act how they act. But that we the people, truly, that we got the power for humble any administration if we develop the confidence and at great sacrifice, because you come out of sacrifice, for make the change that we want to see. When I come in this morning, the security guard was, I believe it was Jen. And then right now is Shane Flowers here at XTV. The Master Chief Operator is Krista Flowers. The Senior Engineer, Cliff Lewis, downstairs at Creme Radio. We have Larry G, known as Larry Guerrero. This show on repeat at 3:30 today on XTV. Remember, you could go to XTV Belize or XTV Facebook at any time and listen to any one of XTV programming and share the link with other people. Have conversations, developing knowledge, developing skill sets of like how to solve a concern. We the people, we have it in a we all away. For learn, we learn differently, but for listen to each other, especially when we do not agree. To listen without judgment, to come up with solutions in our best interests and hold power accountable. Because at the end of the day, only organized people will save the people.
Pick up the phone. Why wait till the time calling? It's not so it no matter even if you're at home. Just call in. Double your bed. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na.